Throughout my coaching career, when I was younger, everybody'd ask where you're going to end up because usually California's a hotbed or out west, and I'm from Wisconsin originally, and I quoted a saying all the time, I know I'll never end up out east. So I learned to never say never. I had actually spent one Thanksgiving out here in this New Hampshire area when I was still living in Michigan with some friends. Just like my recruits that come here and everybody who's here, you just fall in love with the place, and I just fell in love with it and ended up coming here.
I met Jill and Stacy when I was a junior in high school. I was at AAU Nationals, and I specifically remember they were the only set of coaches that came to every single game that I was playing in. They watched every single point of every single match, and so they really took the time to get to know me as a player, but also watch me on and off the court, talk to my parents. The first time I met Jill, she scared the crap out of me. She's so stoic, very put together. So it's funny now because now after knowing her for 2 years of playing under her, it's like, she's so approachable, she's so laid back. I mean, and she does get the job done, and she does have this facade when we're on the court and this game time face, but it's really nice to have both and to get to know her. But the first time I met her, she scared the crap out of me.
She expects a lot from us, but she's realistic, I would say. And I mean, definitely hands-on. She's in practice. She's talking to each player when they come off the court onto the bench. She's talking to you about things you need to improve. She watches film with us. She's right there with you every step of the way. I got my appendix out my freshman year here, and Jill was in the emergency room with me right before surgery. Like, she is a huge part of our lives here, and she's very positive, and she impacts us off the court as well as on the court. She's taught us a lot of life lessons, I think, and things that you need to carry out in like the workplace or just in life in general, not just volleyball skills. We create a culture here that when they move on besides volleyball, I feel like my players are really polished to go out into the working world and be very successful and move up in management and really make a difference, not just in their businesses, but with their families and beyond.
UNH basketball is hilarious. They bring their A game on the bench or in the stands for us. They dress up in crazy costumes. They engage the crowd. They make you remember that you're playing for something bigger and that you're a part of something bigger and that there's a community of students and of people in the community around us that we live in. Just going back to UNH athletics, we all support each other. We try and go to as many games as we can for everyone, but I think women's basketball takes it to a different level. I mean, from dressing like superheroes and footy pajama pants to, I mean, all different crazy things, and it adds a whole nother element to the game. It's exciting to see what they're gonna do next, and it takes the energy level in the gym to a whole nother level, and it makes it more fun to play and kind of put on a show for them because they're putting on just as big of a show for the fans as we are, so. The first thing that I think of is tradition and pride. You know, there's a long legacy of people that come before us who have set the ground. You know, we have our locker room because we're well-mannered. We pick up after ourselves. We're respectful. We're honest. We make time to have genuine relationships with people in our lives who help us and help us get to where we need to be. One phrase we use is leaving something better than you found it. So, I mean, picking up after yourselves, making sure you're making a positive impact on almost everything that you're involved with. And just, you know, UNH Wildcats, it's great.